Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys, girls, and young people for being here and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. So without you guys, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here. And let's wake up the football gods. And Mike, do you know what day it is? It's hump day. That's right. It's the middle of the week. I know some of you guys have forgotten what day of the week it is because you've just been hunkering down. And it's just kind of like, I don't know what day it is. It's Wednesday. And we sit 8 days, 10 hours, 55 minutes, and 50 seconds away from the NFL draft. Time is slipping into the future. Maybe not fast enough, but it's getting there. And each day that we go through this, that we're hunkering down, the sooner we'll be on the other side. You know, it's still rough out there. You know, it's hard out there for a pimp. It really is hard out there for a pimp, but better days are coming. So, I don't know if you've noticed this or not, okay? Because once it was signed, all hell broke loose with the Rona. But the NFL collective bargaining agreement has happened, and it's done. It's in the book. There's labor peace for the next 10 years. And it's changing things the way football is going to be done. And I don't know if you realize this or notice this, or it wasn't really covered much. But it's changed a lot already. Zack Baun, Wisconsin linebacker, 6'2", 238 pounds, rated as, I think, about, the third best linebacker out there. Should be a first-round draft pick. What a difference a contract makes. Because he had to inform teams that he had a watered-down test result at the combine. What does that mean? Well, typically, if you've taken something that you're not supposed to, you can try and flush it out of your system so you drink lots more water and so forth. You dilute the sample so that way there's more water in your pee than there is the possible substance. Now, that's not to say that he's guilty of anything. I'm not saying that he's guilty. I'm just reporting what has transpired. Because in the old school method, a watered down solution counted as a positive test. In other words, if you had a watered down test, you might as well say you have substance abuse problems. You're in the program. You are now on notice that you are now eligible for weekly pee tests. And what it used to be in the case of, say, Randy Gregory, when he had a failed test, his stock went from being a first-round player to the Dallas Cowboys getting him in the second round. And you're talking about millions. I'm talking not $1 million. We're talking millions and millions of dollars of going from the first round to the second round. But what that also means, though, because here's the difference. Even had he tested positive for weed, it just won't matter anymore. Because the NFL will no longer suspend you for weed usage. They just won't. They'll fine you, but you'll still play. Your career won't be derailed. And see, herein lies the problem. There's perception and there's reality. The perception is Randy Gregory, dude just can't stay off the weed. I don't want that guy on my team, man. He's always out there smoking the marijuana. When reality is, as the NFL Man of the Year, Chris Long pointed out after he got out, listen, as long as you don't fail a test, you got one shot, one opportunity to mess it up. You get tested starting 420, or was it 421? And after you pass that test, you ain't got to worry till the next 421. So you just stop smoking weed in the month of April. And after the test, you go back to business as usual. So now you don't have to worry about passing the test any longer. And how this affected Randy Gregory. So if Chris Long admits that, hey, I smoked weed throughout my whole career, and I knew I just can't smoke in April, I was good the other 11 months of the year. For Randy Gregory, one failed test, you're done. So it's actually conceivable that Chris Long was smoking more weed than Randy Gregory. It's just because Randy Gregory got busted at the combine that he got tested on a weekly basis. But that is no longer an issue. And as far as Zack Baun goes, it's not changing his draft stock at all. He'll still probably be a first-round draft pick. Teams won't bat an eye any longer. Most fans probably don't even know. And if that's the case, if this is the new rules with the new sheriff and the new collective bargaining agreement in there, then how can you have Randy Gregory still on suspension? I'll wait for it. Randy Gregory should immediately be reinstated. Now, for those of you Cowboy fans out there that say, you know what? Nah. Understand, Randy Gregory, there were no drunk drivings. There were no weapons taken through security in airports. There were no domestic violence. There were no failed child support payments. There was no going after coaches. There was no missing practices. There were no fights with the teammates. Randy Gregory likes or needed to smoke weed. Now, there are some mental issues that help. Now, I got to tell you, when you look at some of the prescribed medication for some of these mental issues, and you see things like, can cause a heart attack or liver failure and, suicidal thoughts and things, the cure sounds worse than the problem in some instances. When I look at all the side effects for some of these other things, and I'm not trying to justify smoking weed, it's up to each and every one of you guys how you feel about smoking. I don't smoke weed, I don't. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't help some other people. But when you look at some of these side effects from some of these drugs, and me personally, I don't like to take any kind of medication. They give me pain pills for my back, and they tell me that basically it'll rot your liver if you take too much of it. So it's kind of like, maybe I'm just better off dealing with the knee pain than, avoiding that and then having to have a liver transplant. You know what I'm saying? If this is the new rules, and we've just been proven that this is the way it goes, then you can't not reinstate Randy Gregory when his only transgression was smoking weed. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know if he's reapplied for reinstatement yet. What I do know is typically in the last collective bargaining agreement, the NFL would give you an answer within 60 days. I do not know if that's still the case or not, but if the NFL gets a application for reinstatement and they end up still keeping him out, they truly look like hypocrites. You change the rules. It needs to be retroactive. So that's where we are with that. We'll be talking more about the draft on some of the other videos later on today. I need to get to the store because I got to get some more wood for some more of the wood racks. I got some more mini ones, and don't have enough blanks. So I'm going to get out of here real quick before the places get real busy. But I will be back in the workshop. We'll probably do a live stream this afternoon and things. And remember, if you have gotten your shot glass because you became a channel member, not a subscriber, but a channel member, please send me your picture, please, with the shot glass. Same thing with the racks, too. Please send me your picture. And if you became a channel member and you have not gotten your shot glass, go ahead and email me at cowboysmark94 and give me your address. That being said, I got things I got to do, and I'll see you soon.